Look at this. The modern American touring bike. It's a couch. It's a stereo system. It's a 900-pound luxury apartment that can cross a continent. And you won't feel a thing. We take this comfort for granted. But what if I told you that just one lifetime ago, this was pure science fiction? Music cuts, blues riff starts, this was the reality. A rigid frame, a Springer front end that rattled your teeth out, and roads that weren't much better than dirt tracks. To ride a Harley in 1948, you didn't just need to be tough. You needed to be a little bit crazy. So how do we get from that to this? It wasn't one bike. It was a 15-year war against vibration, pain, and inconvenience. It was a revolution in 3 parts. Hydra, Duo, and Electra. It starts in 1948. The war is over, America is booming, and Harley gives us this masterpiece. The Panhead engine. It's powerful, it's reliable, it's beautiful, but it's stuck in a frame from the 1930s. Riders were complaining. That old Springer fork? It wasn't good for the new high-speed highways. It was jarring. It was dangerous. So, in 1949, Harley drops a bombshell. The Hydra Glide. Hydra stands for hydraulic. They threw that old pogo stick in the trash and put modern, oil-damped telescopic forks on the front. The change was revolutionary. Suddenly, you weren't fighting the bike. You could glide over bumps. Your arms didn't go numb after 20 minutes. It was the birth of the Glide name, and it was a sensation. This became the definitive bike of the early 50s. It was big, it was flashy, and with its new smooth front end, it was the perfect machine for the new outlaw image. But it was only half the solution. Harley fixed the front, but they forgot about the back. The Hydra Glide was still a hardtail. That means 0 rear suspension. Every pothole on the road went from the rear wheel up the frame and directly into your spine. They called it the kidney buster. You could ride it, but still hurt. The 1950s roll in. America is obsessed with tail fins, jukeboxes, and comfort. The Hydra Glide was selling, but the complaints about the hardtail were getting louder. If Harley wanted to sell bikes to mainstream guys, not just hardcore bikers, they had to fix the spine problem. It took them almost a decade, but in 1958, they finally did it. Meet the Duo Glide. Why Duo? Because now you had 2 suspended ends. Duo means 2. They completely re-engineered the frame, adding a modern swing arm and 2 big coilover shocks to the back. This changed everything. This wasn't just an update, it was the birth of the first true American touring motorcycle. Now, you could actually ride all day. You could put your partner on the back, and they wouldn't file for divorce at the next gas stop. The Duo Glide became the bike of choice for police departments, and it became a superstar. Literally, Elvis Presley, the biggest star on the planet, bought them. He loved the Duo Glide. Harley had done it. They had built a bike that was tough, cool, and comfortable. It was the perfect motorcycle that almost. So, the Duo Glide is king of the road, right? What could possibly be wrong? Well, try stalling it at a red light on a hill. These bikes were big. That 74 cubic inch Panhead was a high compression monster. To start it, you had one tool, the Kickstarter, and it was brutal. It was a full body workout. It was embarrassing to watch a guy spend 5 minutes kicking, sweating, and cursing just to get his bike started. It was also dangerous. Kickback could break your leg. By the 1960s, America was done with hard work. We were in the push-button era. Cars had electric starters for decades. Why not bikes? So, in 1965, Harley played its final card. The Electra Glide. Electra, as in electric starter, that little button on the handlebar changed the game forever. It was the thumb of God. The Kickstarter was gone. Well, they kept it for 1 more year, just in case. Now, anyone could ride one. The 65 Electra Glide was the final form. It was the first Harley to get the king of the highway touring package as standard. The big saddlebags, the windshield, which would soon become the iconic Batwing fairing, it was all there. It was the last year of the legendary Panhead engine, and it went out on top. This wasn't just a motorcycle anymore. This was a statement. This was the first true dresser. So, how did Harley create the American dream? They did it step by step, solving one problem at a time. In 1949, the Hydra Glide gave us comfort for our arms. In 1958, the Duo Glide gave us comfort for our spine. And in 1965, the Electra Glide gave us comfort for our legs. This 15-year period defines Harley-Davidson. It's the bridge from the old world to the new. They didn't just put features on a bike, they invented the features. This wasn't just an evolution of a machine. It was the invention of cross-country freedom. And that is the legacy of the Panhead Glide.